Greetings. Today I've got another gadget that to look at and take apart, and I've picked this up from one of those discount shops, not the kind of Poundland. This was the posh one, so £2, £3, £4 items and so on. This particular one was £2, £1.99, and I picked it up. I was in a hurry and I saw that on the shelf and I thought, oh, this has got to be interesting. Because it's a stroboscope. Well, yes, it's a LED stroboscope, but nonetheless a stroboscope. So let's. I was just interested to see what's inside. It is battery operated. Requires 3 AA batteries, and it says adds perfect lighting ambience to any party. Okay, that's interesting. Ultra bright twin LED, adjustable mounting bracket, up to 10 flashes a second, indoor use only. So I've pulled it out of the box and I've got the batteries installed, and this is the actual unit. The box, the actual case of it looks really nice for the price. I mean, if you wanted to do something that requires that sort of enclosure, this enclosure itself is worth £2, so not a bad deal at all. But a couple of things. It's got those vents over here, and if this was a real stroboscope with the xenon flash tube at the front, yes, it would make sense to have those vents, so it can, because those tend to get really hot. And if those LEDs inside potentially were particularly high power, then yes, okay, if there was a heatsink inside or whatnot. But you know what, this is spoiler alert, this is purely for cosmetical reasons here. There is nothing getting even remotely warm inside. So there is a switch on the back. Now on the box it says up to 10 flashes per second, probably in a nice frame, so that indicates that maybe there is some sort of way to get this adjusted and play around, have it flash slower, quicker. And I thought that would be nice. And when I was buying it up, I thought, you know what, I might play around with some optics, and a little strobe light might be handy. But no, there is no any regulation of this whatsoever on the unit. And this up to means basically two things. First of all, the circuit inside is so unprecise that they'll give you roughly up to 10 flashes per second. You buy one new unit, might be 10, another one might be 8, another one might be 3 flashes per second. So that's what they mean by that. The second thing, what they mean by this is, if you put fresh batteries inside, it will flash quicker, but as the batteries deplete, it will start flashing a lot slower. So yeah, anyways, let's have a look. Ultra bright twin LED, adjustable mounting bracket. So yeah, this, as I said, the case itself of the unit is quite nice. It's small, but it's plastic. Nonetheless, it looks nice. It's a nice looking case. Oh, we've got a warning on here. Warning: if you are known to have epilepsy or have had seizures or other unusual reactions to flashing light or patterns, consult your doctor before use. Well, this is basically saying that adds perfect lightning ambience to any party, and warning: it might induce vomit if on your party someone overconsumed some alcohol. Where possible, the strobe light should be bounced off walls and ceilings so that the glare is reduced. Strobe lights should not be used in corridors or on stairs, because when you're drunk and it's on the stairs, you fall down, you break your neck and you die. So yeah, let's switch it on. So I'm not sure how many flashes per second that is. box on here so you can see how it flashes. It's, to be honest, it's not particularly bright. It's not swamping the camera completely, and I'm not sure. When I look at this, the two LEDs flash exactly at the same time, but when I'm looking at the screen of the camera, it's strange because they on the previous screen of the video they actually don't. But I'm not sure whether that's just the preview or whether the camera is getting some funny effect with this. So is there anything else interesting in the box? No, recycling box, quality guaranteed. Okay, let's take this apart and see what's inside. Now, by the way, this doesn't come with batteries pre-installed. I've opened the box prior to video and installed the batteries. That was a few days ago, but I haven't had time to actually record anything. So I've put some high quality batteries in here because just so they match the quality of the item, none of the alkaline stuff. Zinc chloride, thank you very much. And yeah, 3 batteries compartment, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4 screws in total, and it's all very short, extremely short actually, when you consider how thick the plastic is and how long the screw is. This barely bites into the inside of the plastic, but okay, I mean, not a big deal. If you were to reuse this for something, you can always replace the screws. And let's be honest, this is quite rubbish, but the actual enclosure I'm quite happy with, so I might be able to do something with this. So this is the bracket that's held with some self-tappers, which is obviously horrible because as you turn this, because there is nothing holding the screw on the other side, you can see the tip of the self-tapper slightly protruding through the sides. It might grip and start unscrewing if you keep moving this up and down, but it hasn't done it so far, granted, but it is a possibility. So if I was to really use this, then yeah, this should be replaced. The switch, at least they've mounted properly, so it's got 2 nuts and tiny bolts that hold the switch. So okay, that's a surprising quality job over there. The front of the screen is just a piece of see-through acrylic and is held yet again by amazingly short self-tapping screws. This is literally maybe 2 turns to get them out, and it's just a piece of acrylic. And then once you do that, you can, yeah, there we go, slide out the guts of this thing, and disappointingly there isn't much. So there's another screw here holding it together yet again. Oh, this one's even shorter. This screw has got like 3-4 millimeters maybe maximum, and there's 2 LEDs. So what's on here is a little blob which is unusually white rather than black. Normally when there is like a chip on board arrangement, the blobs, the epoxy resin that they cover the chip with, is normally black, but this one is white. and yeah, there's just positive negative connectors and two LEDs, and LEDs are in, yeah, they are in, not in series, they're parallel, so it's flashing them. You can see that this track positive, so the negatives of the LEDs are connected together, and that goes through to here. Let me get this closer so you can see this board. So yeah, so the two negatives of LEDs are connected, that goes into the chip, and the positive goes from this side, and the other positive goes through the positive terminal and again to the chip. So I suspect both of those positives are fully constantly connected, and there's simple circuitry in this that just connects the negative down, probably through some MOSFET on board, or even JFET, whatever, just flashing the LEDs, and that's all there is to it. So no control, nothing whatsoever. The only nice thing about this is pretty much the case itself. Now this is plastic again, but it's the metallized plastic, so it reflects nicely. This is quite nice. I've got a feeling I could fit in here a small xenon flash lamp, maybe like from a single-use camera. I'll see if I can find one of those somewhere in a pawn shop or somewhere, and take it apart and get this charging circuitry out of that into this, so I can have a proper strobe light. I mean, it will be 1,000 times brighter than the LEDs alone. So let's see. Okay, I mean, okay, it's bright, but is it super bright? I'm not too sure. It's flashing. Okay. Anyways, not much can be expected for £2, but nonetheless, for £2, it's a nice gadget to have. I mean, as it is, yes, you could put it on out if you had a house party, or let me rephrase, a small room party, and you wanted to have something blinking in the corner. Yes, this potentially would work, but anything more than that, if the room's too big, I doubt this would have any noticeable effect, unless it's very dark and you've got only this and you're doing some drugs, and yeah, which I'm not encouraging you to do, but yeah, it's got potential for reuse on the casing itself, and obviously you can see there's plenty of space. You could fit a ton of massive capacitors and possibly even a power supply in here, so there's plenty of space inside. So something can be done with the case itself. Yeah, what a shame. I mean, I'm quite sure I've seen single-use cameras in Poundland, so I'm wondering why wouldn't they be able to do this properly and put proper xenon flash inside to make it really flash, because those LEDs are not all that much bright. Okay, yeah, just back to this. you just saw it blinking when the lights were switched off. So it's yeah, I'm curious to see how that's gonna show on the video. But what I haven't noticed, that there is a piece of paper scrunched up in the box with some sort of instruction manuals, which are quite interesting. So, item L44278 Ultra Bright Twin LED Mini Strobe Light instructions. Please retain these instructions for future reference. Okay. Caution: keep this item away from moisture. Do not dismantle the device. Well, oops. We should have read the instructions before. Too late for that. If the device has been exposed to drastic temperature fluctuations, do not switch on immediately. The arising condensation water might damage your device. Leave the strobe light switched off until it has reached the room temperature. There is nothing inside this thing that... I bet you put this inside a bucket of water and it will still blink. Health hazard: never stare at the light source. Never look directly into the light source if you're epileptic. Okay, so if you're not epileptic, you shouldn't stare at the light source. But if you're epileptic, you shouldn't look directly into the light source. Looking directly onto the light source, I'm sure, is means the same as staring at the light source. Okay. Operating determinations. Whoever wrote this must have been very determined to get all the warnings out to whoever buys the device. Please make sure that the strobe light is not exposed to extreme heat, moisture or dust. Yes, we've read about the moisture already. No modifications should be made to the device. Funny enough, the only thing I can think this is useful for is to modify this thing and make it actually into a real strobe. Do not operate the strobe light without glass panel or broken panel. That's plastic. So, should I operate this at all? Okay. Battery usage: do not recharge non-rechargeable batteries, of course. Different types of batteries and new and old batteries are not to be mixed. Yes, of course. Only batteries of the same or equivalent type as recommended are to be used. Batteries are to be inserted with correct polarity. Exhausted batteries are to be removed from the product. Supply terminals are not to be short. Where is supply? Do they mean a power supply? Well, this... Okay. Instructions: requires 3 AA batteries not included. Remove product from polybag. Battery compartment is located underneath the item. Follow the polarity to insert the batteries. To activate item, slide on/off switch to on position. This is not a toy for indoor use only. Adult supervision is recommended when replacing batteries. Why? ITP imports WF6 1TN. So this has probably been imported by ITP imports from China, and to make it somewhat legal they wrote this set of instructions. But a couple of items on here, a couple of points on those instructions refer to this as if this was an actual xenon strobe light. And yes, it would have made sense if the glass cover on the front is not there. Do not operate this, because xenon is being discharged through high voltage and someone sticks their finger or touches it, and yeah, some unpleasant things might happen. But it just seems that this stuff was not entirely thought through. Why do you need an adult supervising when you're replacing batteries? I do not understand. What if an adult is replacing batteries? Do you need another adult watching him? Okay. Anyways, not the best joke instructions, but certainly I've seen worse, so this made me smile today. Hope it will make you smile too. Anyways, that is it for this one. Take care.